You have undoubtedly seen the headlines about the White House and Russia, all these based on leaks, unnamed leaks. Well, our next guest says Russia is the distraction for the ultimate plan, which is to destroy the president. New York Post columnist and Fox News contributor Michael Goodwin joins us right now live. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
You know, you've got a great column out, and the final line of the column is Chuck Schumer saying this a month ago.
Let me tell you, you take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
Why is that so important?
Well, 6 ways to Sunday, they'll get back at you. And I would submit this is the intelligence community's getting back at Donald Trump. It smacks, I mean, as you say, everything is a leak. None of this is official. None of this is publicly stated. It's all leaks through anti-Trump media outlets. So it looks like somebody in the government has collected information on the candidate and then the president-elect and now the president and is leaking it. This would be a federal crime.
Sure.
Leaking it to outlets that are opposed to his presidency. And it is hard to escape the conclusion that this is a concerted effort from within the government to subvert the president. I don't know how else to see what we're seeing before our eyes.
It does look like that when you look at, you know, was there a warrant in June that they applied for a criminal warrant and then they got one through the FISA court in October. But what you're suggesting is extraordinary, where a former administration uses the powers at their fingertips to try to destroy the next guy who's going to sit in the chair.
Now, look, I mean, it was very obvious during the campaign that the Obama White House was doing everything it can above board to stop him. Whether they were doing these things underneath, I mean, of course, President Obama denied President Trump's claim that he had personally ordered a wiretap of Trump's phones, but I think there's, you know, within those denials, there's a lot of room for other things. Sure. And clearly, there was some surveillance going on. How else do they know that Jeff Sessions met twice with the Russian ambassador? How else do they know what Flynn said to the Russian ambassador? Now, it may be that the Russian ambassador is being tapped, or it may be that Flynn was being tapped and that Sessions was being surveilled. And it may be that Trump, we just don't know, except that something was going on within the government against the Trump associates.
And there's a curious tweet floating around this morning that talks about something Hillary said just before the election.
October 31st, Hillary apparently says in a tweet that computer scientists have found a link between Trump Tower and a Russian bank.
Now, who are the computer? Somebody from IBM called her? Somebody from Microsoft?
And her campaign apparently puts out a statement October 31st saying this is a secret link to Russia. This will explain Donald Trump's adoration of Vladimir Putin. So this clearly, again, had roots within the Obama administration. Whether the president himself authorized it, approved it, ordered it, we have no way of knowing, but it was going on his watch.
Real quickly, though, you know, you watch the mainstream media, the left is aghast at the suggestion, even by the current president, that the last president might have wiretapped him.
Look, this is a very sensational claim. I mean, there's no 2 ways around it. This is an incredibly, if it's true, right? And look, frankly, I wish President Trump had done it in a different way. I think that this was so important that it needed to be explained as well as said, and it needed to be argued as well as just simply stated.
I got a feeling there's going to be a couple of investigations. We're going to get to the bottom of it eventually. Michael, thank you very much. All right.